We talk a lot about getting customer reviews, but have you ever stopped to think about what customers are really looking for when they read them? Today, we're going to break down how they actually use reviews to make buying decisions. And, well, it's probably not how you think.
So let's just get right to it. When a potential customer lands on your page of reviews, what's actually happening? Do you think they're carefully studying every single word you've worked so hard to get? The reality is, probably not.
The truth is, they don't read, they scan, and they're scanning for one thing and one thing only: trust. In just a few seconds, their brain is subconsciously trying to answer one simple question: is this a safe bet? Okay, so think about it. The whole journey almost always starts in the exact same place for everyone: a search bar. Someone needs a service, a product, whatever. They type it in, hit go, and are instantly presented with a whole list of choices. And the second that list pops up, the race is on. Before they ever click on your website, before they even think about calling you, they are already comparing you to your competitors. And their guide for this first crucial cut: your reviews. What's really going on here? Well, deep down, this is all about one thing: reducing risk. Every single time a customer thinks about spending their money, there's always a little bit of uncertainty, right? There are these unspoken questions just swirling around in their head. First up, the big one. Is this actually going to be worth it? Am I going to get good value for my hard-earned cash? And then there's the skepticism, we've all been burned before. Will the real thing actually live up to the slick marketing and the pretty pictures on the website? And finally, maybe the most powerful fear of all: regret. The fear of making the wrong choice. That feeling of buyer's remorse when you wonder if that other company would have been better. So all these worries, these little anxieties, there's actually a name for that. Marketers call it perceived risk. And guess what? Good reviews are the #1 antidote. They're like a comforting voice from a crowd of real people saying, hey, it's okay, you're making a good, safe choice. Now, because people are busy, they don't have time to dig through everything. So instead, they scan. They're looking for quick, easy-to-spot clues that scream trustworthy. And this all happens fast, like in seconds. The first thing their eyes dart to, it's obvious: the average star rating. It's that instant, at-a-glance scorecard. But a high rating by itself isn't quite enough. So the next glance is at the total number of reviews. A big number signals popularity and makes that star rating feel way more credible. It's the difference between one friend telling you a movie is good versus 100 friends telling you. Next up, recency. Were these great reviews from last week or last year? Seeing a recent date tells the customer that the quality you delivered back then is still the quality you're delivering right now. And this one is a huge one. Seeing that the owner actually responded, it sends a powerful subconscious message: we're listening, we're engaged, and we actually care what you think. All right, so after that initial 3-second scan, the really savvy customers dig just a little bit deeper, but they're still not reading word for word. Now they're looking for patterns. Okay, let's make this super practical. Imagine a customer sees this side by side. Now, business A has a slightly higher rating, which is great, but only 24 reviews, and the last one was 8 months ago, and the owner doesn't reply? Now look at business B. The rating is a little lower, sure, but holy smokes, 185 reviews. The last one was 3 days ago, and the owner is in there engaging. Who are you going to call? It's not even a contest, right? Business B feels way more trustworthy. What they're really doing is trying to predict the future, their future, with your business. Are 10 different people all saying amazing customer service? That's a super strong positive pattern. On the flip side, if 3 people mention that shipping was slow, well, that's a red flag. They're basically looking for a preview of their own experience. So all this stuff, the scanning, the comparing, the pattern hunting, it happens in moments. And it all boils down to a single moment of truth, a final decision point. Do I move forward or do I move on? It's basically a fork in the road. Path number 1, your reviews are strong, the signals are clear, the patterns are positive. That creates confidence, it builds trust, and bam, they take action. They click, they call, they buy. But path number 2, if the reviews are weak or old or there's a negative pattern, that creates just enough doubt, just enough hesitation for them to hit the back button and go straight to your competitor. And here's the really frustrating part. This is the sale you never even knew you lost. No one is ever going to call you up and say, hey, just so you know, I went with the other guy because their reviews were better. It just happens quietly over and over again. So if you remember one thing from all this, let it be this: customers are not just reading your reviews for fun.
They are using them as a tool to reduce their risk, to quickly compare their options, and to decide if your business feels trustworthy enough to take a chance on. And because this is happening constantly, every single day, you can't just leave it to chance. You have to have a system in place. A system to keep those reviews coming in, to keep them active and visible, and to make sure you're managing them professionally. So I'll leave you with this one last question. I want you to be really honest with yourself. If you were a customer right now and you searched for what you do and your business popped up next to two of your top competitors, would your reviews make you the obvious, confident, no-brainer choice?